All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. It is Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me this morning and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the YouTube channel. Yes, I am wearing a jacket because I'm very cold in my office. For some reason, my office with the AC just blasts in here, and then the rest of the house is just comfortable. A very hot day in Central Florida. Let's go ahead and get started on the day. Dow futures down about 18 points. NASDAQ down about 0.43%. 4408 for the S&P 500, down about 0.24%. Russell down about 0.21%. 1861. We do have Jerome Powell speaking in Europe, I believe with the ECB, regarding policy. I don't think he's talking about American policy, but let's see exactly what he has to say. But we are pretty much near the lows of the overnight session this morning on the NASDAQ is what I'm seeing. The dollar index is up about 0.41%. That's obviously going to hurt equities short term. It does help the dollar yen position long that we have. We got in at 143.60. We're now at around 144.38, 144.40 for about an 80 pip move. More than likely, we'll probably close this trade in a couple of minutes ahead of Powell. I'm trying to see if I can squeeze out just a little more. We have not hit our target, but again, I wanted to get to 144.60. I want to get to that 100 level, 100 pips level on the Forex trade. But I'm watching it very closely. I have not moved the stop. I think at this point, since we're just going to close it right now just to mitigate, we're going to go ahead and close this Forex trade. So let me go ahead and do this with you guys live. So we got in here at, let's see, what did we get in? Again, I want to knock this out, guys. Sorry. Dollar yen 143.60. Let's move the stops here to, let's just do 144. Locks in. We got in at 60, right? 40 pips. There we go. Yeah. Let them know we are getting close to Powell speaking. So heads up. We got it at 143.60, so we locked in at 144. Okay, so there you go, locked in. At least if the market moves on the dollar yen, I'm not gonna freak out while I'm live with you guys. My apologies. Let's see. Let's keep going down around the horn rather quickly, and I'll answer some questions. 67.85 for crude oil, up about 0.19% this morning. We're gonna have crude oil inventories at 10:30 today. Gold is down 0.43%. That's because of the dollar, and silver futures 103. I'm going to go and place the alert on dollar yen at 144. So I know if that stop hit. There you go. We moved that stop. So at least now we're feet up. Euro dollar down about 32 pips, 109.29, 144.38 for the dollar yen, 126.35 for the pound dollar. That's down 112 pips. Bitcoin futures down about 1.77% this morning. This is because of the dollar, obviously. 30,160, 1853 for Ethereum futures as well. So that's where we are. If you did miss any kind of news, we did post that on the Discord channel. Been up pretty much daily this morning, every morning right around 6 a.m. updating everybody with upgrades and downgrades and all the headlines. Instagram is down at the moment. I went ahead and put out a reel about all those fake GAR Capital pages out there. Guys, there's only one GAR Capital page. So again, I went ahead and did a reel on it last night, which took forever because the parking lot did not have signal. AT&T is like a dead zone in that area, which is crazy. So again, if you are interested in joining the Discord channel, make sure to join us, www.gar.capital, and get free access to our daily market blog. Top of the morning, good morning. What do you think about Target long term? Let's go ahead and chart it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. We're going to go to the weekly. The level I was looking for was 120. That would be the July 2020 lows. We got really, really close, but right now we are bouncing. In order for Target, for me to get interested in it, again, 140, I probably would swing that in terms of maybe an option if they have options. But if not, maybe just buy more shares of it because I'm already a Target shareholder. So 140 is the level I am looking for to break to go long. Again, I want this stock here. This is a profitable company. This is not like a Lucid or a Nikola. You know, Target makes money. They have good margins. It's just the political, controversial stuff, and that's really good. That's really good opportunities because people are very fickle, and I understand people get offended both sides. It's not just one side, and I get that. But again, that creates value. Again, just because the perception someone thinks a Rolex is worthless doesn't mean that you and I don't think it is. And if this guy wants to sell us a gold Rolex, for example, for $1,000, and we know the value is in the hundreds, is in the tens of thousands range, would you buy it? More than likely. So again, guys, value is really based on perception, as like anything else. So again, if you think Target is cheap here at 132.51, well, let's go ahead and compare it. We'll do a quick fundamental view here on FinViz. This is free of charge for everybody, by the way. And you can see FinViz, they even do a chart for you. How wonderful. So let's take a look at the price to sales. Remember the price to sales for NVIDIA? That's around $300, I believe. That's just price to sales, how much you're paying for every dollar sold. You're paying 56 cents for Target. PE ratio of 22.54, that's cheaper than the S&P. That's not exactly expensive. Pretty much mid-range. So again, I think around a 120 level gets you around the teens for a price to earnings multiple for a company that does pay a 3.32% yield. Again, you can do better with a CD, so don't buy just for the yield either. But again, you could see exactly here in terms of just the numbers. Dividends offered, cash per share, $2.84, income of $2.72 billion, $109 billion in sales. I mean, in my opinion, I think this company is fine. But again, they're just going through it when it comes to controversy. Same thing with Disney. Same thing with Metaverse back in the day. Remember that? Metaverse, oh no, how terrible. They're going to tank. They soared. Guys, just like anything else, the tide going in and out. Things change. People are very fickle, like I said. What offends them today may not offend them tomorrow. And just for FY, my wife shops a lot at Target. So again, it might as well just own some damn shares if you're going to go have your wife or spouse go there every week to shop for extra little goodies for the house. Target is one of those black holes I call in terms of your wallet, because you go in for a toothbrush, you walk out with a cart. It's pretty brilliant for Target. So why not be a part of that? Now, again, the idea is to get a best price. So I think 140 could get us started on maybe viewing that. But listen to this gap fill. Look at this gap fill at 209.09. Impossible to fill? Well, it wasn't impossible for Netflix. And Netflix was a dog at 162.71. Everyone hated Netflix. What about Meta and their gap fill? Yeah, everyone hates Meta, right? Everyone hated Meta here at 88. Guys, you have to look at the value of things. CNBC is not going to tell you things are okay by now. It doesn't work that way. So you have to really look at value. That's where you have to do your homework and see exactly, hey, what's really good value out there that's really, low priced. And that's pretty much it. Seeing the dollar yen pull back a little bit, so I'm glad we took that. We moved that stop. Hello, good morning. What do you think about the pattern for Google right now? So funny. Well, I trade Goog, G-O-O-G. That's the stock I own, Goog. So again, it's the same thing. If we're looking at Google, we want to break below the 50-day moving average. That level is 116.86. Once that breaks, we're looking for a gap to fill at 113.53. Again, we're just playing the chart. We're not looking at the name, just playing the chart. If you break 116.86, I'd want to short at 113.53. In order for Google to go long again, really, you need to get above 123. That's your 20-day. Good morning. Do you think Microsoft will fill the gap below? That really depends on what Powell might say today. But right now, you're right above the 20-day moving average. Yesterday's close was key. We are consolidating at that level. We know the 20-day moving average is our momentum indicator. As long as you stay above the 20, the gap is not going to be filled. And again, gaps don't need to be filled. They don't have to be. Over time, they do. Sometimes they don't. But look at April's gap. We have one down at 281.19. So again, we have a couple of gaps to fill. Doesn't mean they have to. So again, the 20-day moving average, this purple line, 333.80, that's going to be your signal of that if you break below it and settle below it, then we're going to get a trend change unless that flips, which anything can. But again, I'm not looking for that gap anymore. We traded Microsoft on Monday, and we caught it luckily, and then we got the nice bounce yesterday. Let's go and take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I'm watching this one very closely. I placed a chart on Twitter about it that we had a lot of, like pretty much an air pocket, as you could see. You got your air pocket right here. Again, the gap that all bears are looking for. But what did NVIDIA do yesterday? it bounced off the 20-day. So again, the 20-day moving average, it seems to be holding across the board, at least on Nvidia and Microsoft. So again, until we break below that, we really can't short. You almost have to, I can't say stay long unless we get some meaningful movement. But again, looking at Nvidia, it is down this morning at 404. So it is below the 20-day on the daily, but the close is key. What am I looking for to go ahead and take a look at a short for Nvidia? I would look below 395.66 just to confirm. 404.21 would be nice, but 395.66, that's where you got that hockey save. And there's a slight little gap on the hourly. So if we break that below, then I will go ahead and take a look at some puts on Nvidia. I know, gasp, how terrible. How could we ever chart? How could we ever short Nvidia? Everyone loves Nvidia. Can we chart coin? It looks like it may run soon. Yep, we do have some Mara calls that we filled yesterday as well. I think Mara is a better setup than coin. Coin does have a gap to fill at 76.66. I think if we get above, what, 72, we can possibly trade it. That would confirm the move. So let's go and place an alert together, guys, at 72. That'll break the April highs and see if we can fill this gap here. So coin isn't exactly away from us. It's not like we can't get it. We can. Mara is a better setup here because, well, obviously it's a better setup because I have calls, right? So you can take a look here at the breakout above the April highs. So it did the April highs ahead of Coinbase. And again, what we're looking for is 1480. And so far we're holding that green line of around 1282. We'll see if we get continuance today. But again, with the dollar being higher, Bitcoin is taking a little bit of a step back. But again, as long as we hold up here, it is a pure breakout on the 4-hour and again on the daily as well. This one may take some time. I thought we'd get a gap up this morning, but we just didn't get it. We just been kind of chopping around here. Unfortunate, we may have to wait a little bit on that one. But patience. Patience is the key. What time does Powell talk? Powell speaks at 9:30 this morning. So in about 29 minutes he'll speak. So other than that, I'm watching the dollar again closely. Went ahead and updated the Forex team live with you guys. Would love to have you on the blog. Instagram is down, at least for me. So really can't really do much. But again, I did post a reel last night talking about those scammers. Guys, please, if you're not sure about which Gar Capital you're speaking to, just email us, garcapital@gmail.com. Hell, you can write me a comment here on YouTube, or you can Instagram me directly. I do have a blue check mark, the verified one, CEO Gar Capital, if you have any questions. I don't know why anyone would want to be me, but again, I don't know. That's just the way the world works. But again, if you have any questions, please don't send any Bitcoin to anybody. Don't give anyone personal financial information. We have a website if you want to sign up for our services. So again, it's secure and everything like that. So just be careful out there. Internet can be a very scary place. We'll go and leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great rest of your morning. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the morning note. Cheers.